Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Behind me, 2007 Toyota Avalon. Gonna be replacing the rear struts. Now the back seat does have to come out, so let me show you how to do that. Let's get started. All right, step number one, remove dog. There you go, buddy. So with a clean pair of hands, we can feel there's two clips that go down, and you can kind of feel the seat will want to lift up, it'll want to lift up, and then there'll be a hard spot. So that's we want to put two hands, one on either side of the hard spot, and lift up. There we go. Oh, and both sides came out at the same time, perfect. Now let me show you over here. You got two cables. See this cable? You just want to pop it out of its little hole and then remove it, just like that. There's one on either side. And then we'll set this whole thing out. Then we want to remove the headrest. You just pinch on that and it comes up. Same over here. Now there's two plastic covers we want to get off, one on either side. We'll just use a little flat screwdriver, pop that off. Let me show you real quick. You see that little clip? So one side has a little piece that bends and the other side goes in. All right, now that the cover's off, that reveals a 12mm bolt, one under each cover. We'll slide our seat belts through. There we go. We'll do that to all three seat belts. There we go. Let's pull that 12mm. Once the 12mm is out, our seats should be able to slide forward. And that reveals our upper strut bolts right under here. Let's push that aside. We have three bolts, 1, 2, 3. So when it comes time, now we have access. Now we want to jack the tire up, put it on jack stands. Let me zoom you in to show you what we'll be taking off. We have these brackets we'll be pulling off, two bolts there, and then our sway bar link right over here. Once all that is removed, then we'll go up top, remove those three bolts, and this should just slide right out. Easy peasy. So the hardest bolt to get off is our sway bar link. It wouldn't hurt to put a little lubricant or a penetrating fluid right over the nut, right on the front of these threads. Now it has an Allen key, and you can put an Allen in the front and then back it out with a wrench. I find a pair of vice grips on the back in between the boot and the bracket on the strut. There's a little metal piece that you can grip onto. A pair of vice grips or channel locks. I might use channel locks. The channel locks are a little narrower than the vice grips. Let's put that in between. Give her a good press. 14mm. Maybe vice grips it is. Give it another shot. Try some vice grips. It's only not working because the camera's on it. There we go. See, it does work. I can pop out. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's that little metal stud there. That's what you're clamping onto, is the stud. Not the boot, but the stud in front of the boot. These two bracket nuts, one is a 10mm, one is a 12mm. Okay, get those out of the way. There we go. Our main bolts are a 19mm. Socket on one side, wrench on the other. There we go. Okay, bottom is free. Now let's go up. We'll do our three bolts. I'll do that off camera so I can have you looking at this. We'll hold it with one side. We'll loosen up the top three and then slide it out. So the top is a 12mm. I have two off, and then the last one I'll get while holding it. I think that's it. There we go. Now we'll just want to make sure that our surface is clean. We'll knock any of this dirt and stuff off from around it. Okay. All right, get your new strut. Now I believe in quick struts. Not only are they quick, but they're a lot safer. Pull off this. Come on. Come on. There we go. So now we have a bolt ready up top, and then we'll just feed it in. So you're just trying to eye the needle, feed it through. There we go. Got it. Then with your other hand, reach around, at least get one started. That'll be good enough. Okay, perfect. Got those up there. Now we'll get our bolts from down here. Just pop it in. There we go. Bottom bolt went in pretty easy. And then the top bolt, we'll just push in on the top and get that in. There we go. The nuts on. We'll just suck those in. Okay, we got this to go in. Perfect. There we go. Goes on a lot easier than it comes off. And we're just snugging them down. We'll torque them later. We got our 2 brackets here. The 2 bracket bolts are just snug. The stabilizer bar nut is 29 foot-pounds. Okay. The strut bolts are 133. And then our top 3 bolts are 29 foot-pounds. In order to get the seats back properly, we have to navigate this. This little T-bar here goes into a slot right here. In order to do that, we have to remove this to pop this up so we can get our hand back there. Let me zoom you in closer so you can see what we're dealing with. So for our side panel here, we just pop the weather stripping. There's a clip on the bottom that just pops off. And then right here, it slides on. So you pull towards yourself to get it popped off of that. And all we're trying to do with that is get this little wing here out from this. And then this is held on. Let's see if you can see it. There's a clip there, and there's just a series of clips along the way to pop this face off. So we want to take this side and the other side we want to pop off to get that little wing out as well. That way we can get this right here lined up into this. We can actually pull these out completely because there's 2 more clips that we'll want to pop off of the wall side and reinsert back in here. So let's just do that to this side too. There we go. Now this should just pop up like that, and like that. And that should, hopefully, if we have to take it all the way out, we can. It's no big deal, but hopefully that's enough room, and that's all we need. So this side will feed in by this open gap here. And you're just feeling it go in. There we go. And that 12mm bolt locks it in. Tighten that up. All right, now this side, lift this up. Perfect. He's kind of feeling it in the dark. Is that it? Okay, that's it. Perfect. All right, now we just clip this back down. There we go. We can put these back in. All right, now let's work on our side panels. Now there's 2 clips we have to pop off of the wall. Okay, so getting the clips off, having a pair of pliers like this works really good. It's for body panels. There we go. We're just pulling off these little white clips that stayed behind. There should be 2 of them. And then back on our panel here, there should be 2 little spots. They just slide in, just like that. And then another spot right here, slides in, perfect. You can also take the big clip that this slid out of off of the wall and put it in here as well. So then you're not trying to slide anything in. It all just goes on straight. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if this works. So now we just go ahead. You can see the back. Probably in your way. There we go. It slides in like that. Now just make sure that the front is slid all the way in and the back is slid in their little channel. And then from there, we should be able to just push and pop it in. There we go, just like that. Then we'll put our weather stripping back on. Perfect. So now we have headrests. Now we have the seat. And we want to hook up our cables. Then we want to slide our lips down under. Make sure we get our seat belts to come out like that, and then the front should just snap in the front. That's it. Now we'll sit in it, double check that the lever works. Okay, last step, install dog, and we're done. All right, there you go. That's how you can replace struts on a Toyota Avalon. A couple of things that could be a little tricky is the sway bar link. Getting that nut off can prove to be a challenge at times. And then the weight of the strut as you're trying to feed it in to its little bolt holes can also be a little challenge. And then of course, as you saw, getting that seat back in, that backrest is another little challenge. But overall, not too bad. You can have this done in a couple of hours. All right, yeah, if you have any comments, questions, post down below. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.